Apple introduced their new $3,000 headset, which would be incredibly bullish for crypto and NFTs. However, simultaneously, the SEC is hammering down on some crypto. In this video, we're going to talk about exactly what the SEC is labeling as a security and what that means for the future of these tokens. So if you'd like the entire document, I will leave that down below in the description. It's 136 pages. I'm not going to go through it on this entire video. What I will do is highlight what's happening. This tweet sums it up pretty well. There are targets, and this is the SEC suing Binance. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's not like an attack against crypto. That's an attack against Binance. I completely disagree. This is an attack against the entire crypto industry, especially some of the tokens that they decided to add to this. Solana, Cardano, Matic, Phil, Atom, Sand, Mana, Algo, AXS, it's Axie Infinity, and COTI. So all of these, some of these are huge players in the crypto space. I mean, we're talking about Cardano, Solana, Matic, some massive companies being built on these tokens, yet these could be targets for securities. I mean, we have some massive companies building on these chains, like Matic recently, they have Starbucks on it, they have Nike.swoosh building on it, some other big players. So, and then we have some metaverse or gaming tokens like Sand and Axie Infinity. So like, how do we know what's going to be safe and what's not going to be safe? And the reason I introduced this video with the Apple headset is the timing is just incredible. Like, you can't make this up. There's two big events going on right now. I'm about to cover the other one. One of them is the Apple headset. This is incredibly bullish for the future of AR and VR gaming and its ties with NFTs and the metaverse. Despite what anybody thinks, that is a huge use case for NFTs. Yet they want to come out with this right now following the announcement. The second thing I want to look at as well is that June 13th, that is next week, is a breakout case for XRP. This is an ongoing 2-year lawsuit that we've been anxiously waiting on to see some important updates. And we're getting a lot of important updates next week on this. So 1 week before this and right after the Apple headset, you can't time that much better with this. Now, am I a fortune teller? Like, can I tell exactly what's going to happen? Absolutely not. This definitely looks like the SEC is trying to lay their foot down. I think this is a horrible mistake against the wrong industry. This is a tech industry that's supposed to advance how we view finance instead of be against it. And I think if the U.S. doesn't keep up, they're going to be left behind. I can't reiterate enough that this is probably one of the worst mistakes that the U.S. can end up making. As one of the top comments says, while the rest of the world moves into the digital age, the SEC is actively holding the U.S. back at a time where the U.S. has never looked so vulnerable. And while some of the comments might try to be looking at the silver lining, like, yay, Pulse was unaffected or these users were unaffected, like, that's not necessarily true. Like, as somebody who is a Pulse X holder and a Hex holder, I think everyone is affected by this. And I'm really interested to see how this plays out. As far as what we can do as individuals, I am obviously not a political channel, but I do think something needs to be done, whether that's writing to the government, writing to your local politicians, getting the right people in office, getting the people to understand that this technology is supposed to be here to stay. If you have any recommendations on what we can do as individuals, definitely leave them down below. If you like this type of content, like the video for more. And also, if you'd like to know a little bit more about Gary Gensler, I actually made a video on that really recently. You can check it out here.